Imagine life for people on the street. If a neighbor's untamed yard can drive you crazy, imagine seeing bombs break through their concrete. Image is something of importance only when you've got anything to prove. Well, the world just don't seem fair when all it's left you is little or nothing to lose. Live your life and have your fun and share it with everyone you love. Raise your kids and raise your class for every single freedom that we have. And while we're looking for the next best thing to happen, heaven pray we all find some compassion. All of those people walking signs across the pavement, crying out for justice to prevail. It's not another traffic inconvenience. One day we'll see it's history that we made. Could we let empathy repair what hatred breaks? Live your life and have your fun and share it with everyone you love. Raise your kids and raise your class for every single freedom that we have. And while we're looking for the next best thing to happen, heaven pray we all find some compassion. It's not always a big event, time and money that we spend trying to make the world a better place. It's usually just a helping hand, an open mind, the will to stay in those hard conversations with folks you thought you figured out. Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Oh, live your life and have your fun and share it with everyone you love. Raise your kids and raise your glass for every single friend that we have. Feel good when you latch on to that new catchphrase. Change your style, change the channel, change your name. But while we're looking for the next best thing to happen, heaven pray we all find some compassion. Heaven pray we all find some compassion. Hello, North Carolina! I am so proud to be here today to support Vice President Kamala Harris. To everyone here with us today, and to everyone watching at home, please know that your vote is your choice. It's your voice. And this week, we have the chance to make our voices heard. Early voting is underway here in Charlotte, I believe till 3 p.m. So bring your IDs, and if you don't have an ID, you can sign an ID exemption form and still vote. I know what it's like to feel like you're up against something really strong, really heavy, but I want to let you know that hope is around, even when you think it's lost. I want you to know that your vote is your voice, and don't let nobody tell you that your voice doesn't matter. So get out there and vote, y'all. Sometimes you wanna go where the people know your name. And if you wanna be alone or where they don't, that's okay. It doesn't matter who you are, 'cause we all got a little pain. You ain't gotta look far to see we all want the same thing. So if you at the bar with me, raise a drink. Whole town jumping and 6 string strumming, it's a party. Everybody say hey. She's a guitar lady, driving them crazy from the back of the Ford to the hood of the Mercedes. Guitar lady, make 'em wanna sing along. She's a guitar lady, body go crazy. She'll curve you like the wheels on a 4-door Chevy. Guitar lady, make 'em wanna sing along. Yeah. Sometimes you wanna cry with the thunder and rain, rain. Till you let the light in, let the sun dry him away. Hey, hey. So if you at the polls with me, raise a drink. Whole town jumping and 6 string strumming, it's a party. Everybody say hey. If you at the polls with me, raise a drink. I'ma keep strumming till the world feels something, it's a party. Everybody say hey. She's a guitar lady, driving them crazy from the back of the Ford to the hood of the Mercedes. Guitar lady, make 'em wanna sing along. Guitar lady, body go crazy. She'll curve you like the wheels on a 4-door Chevy. Guitar lady, make 'em wanna sing along. Yeah. She got a light out, dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum, dum 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 dum. She'll always put your feelings first. Yeah, she'll get you through the door. Just let her kiss you where it hurts. She don't need words, 'cause she's a guitar lady, driving them crazy from the back of the Ford to the hood of the Mercedes. Guitar lady, make 'em wanna sing along. She got a light out, dum 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 dum. She got a light out, dum 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 dum. Thank y'all so much.
Please welcome United States Representative Jeff Jackson.
Outstanding. I'm Jeff Jackson. I'm running to serve as your next Attorney General, and in 4 days, we're going to win this thing. I am joined on stage by some fantastic candidates. Your next Commissioner of Agriculture, Sarah Tabor. Your next Commissioner of Insurance, Natasha Marcus. Your next Commissioner of Labor, Braxton Winston. They love you, Braxton. Your current and future Secretary of State, Elaine Marshall. And your next state treasurer, Wesley Harris. We had a few Council of State folks who are running but couldn't join us. Your next Lieutenant Governor, Rachel Hunt. I was told her father dabbled in politics. What was his name? Jim? Was it Jim Hunt?
Jim something.
I'm going to look that up. Your current and future state auditor, Jessica Holmes. And y'all, this next one is really important. Yeah. Your next superintendent of public instruction, Mo Green. We hear you. Us are in close races, but what gives us confidence is you. Yeah. We all believe that the reason you're here is because you are ready for a new generation of leadership, not going back to the chaos, the division, the anger that we all lived through. The truth is, we have a much better option. Vice President Harris is focused on you, your concerns, your future, your children's future. And in the one and only debate her opponent would attend, she showed why it's going to be so powerful to have a former prosecutor as our next president. She brought the evidence for why this is such a clear choice. And on the other hand, we've got a presidential candidate who just seems to enjoy making people angry. He's not about public service, he's about personal anger, and we have to move past that kind of politics, and the vast majority of the country wants to move past that. The folks who are on this stage with me are running as people who believe that the job isn't to make you angry, but to make you proud. Together with you, we need to do something very important. We need to make sure that folks know how important every single race on the ballot is and how to cast their ballot and make sure it counts so that when we wake up Wednesday, we can be proud to have elected a president and council of state who is fighting for you. You've heard a lot about down ballot races. We are the down ballot races. If you're here, you're already going to vote the whole ballot. You need to make sure your friends and family vote the whole ballot. That's how we win these races. Don't let friends skip Natasha Marcus on that ballot. Don't let them skip Braxton on that ballot, or skip Wesley, or skip Sarah, or skip... Don't you let your friends skip Mo Green on that ballot. Friends don't let friends skip Mo. North Carolina will be the state that delivers victory for the vice president, and you will never regret the time and energy you put into helping us win these races. Because after we win, we're going to turn the page from one of the darkest chapters of American politics that any of us has lived through recently, and then we're going to go about serving people the way we all campaigned, with civility, with integrity, with honesty, with decency, with joy. On behalf of all of us, thank you for being a part of this pivotal moment in the history of our state and our country, and we will see you at the polls. Thank you.
Please welcome Charlotte Mayor Vi Lyles.
Oh my God, every time I come out here and I see all of you here, am so grateful that you are making the decision that you are making right now to vote, to vote, to vote. So I am Vi Lyles. Thank you. And it is my pleasure to serve as mayor of the Queen City. You know Charlotte, all of you know Charlotte. But I want to talk a little bit about why it is important that you think about this right now. You know, we have a choice here. Vice President Harris is fighting for a future where every American has the opportunity not just to get by, but to thrive, to get ahead. Now, we all know what the other side is doing, stomping on our rights, making sure that we all are going to be kept in some little box for them to play with, or so that their friends also can play with him. When Vice President Harris is in the White House, she will deliver for working families. So let me just tell you a story about this for me. I grew up with a dad who went to the war. He actually built roads, and he also built graves for people that were in the war to be buried. And he came back, and if you'll remember, that was when black men did not have the opportunity to get a house or to go to college, but my dad came back with a skill, and he made it impossible for us to ignore that things could be better and different. That is what Kamala Harris embodies, that things will be better and different for working families, cutting taxes for the middle class, lowering these grocery prices, and capping the price of insulin and other drugs that are necessary for us to be successfully healthy and to have our families with us. That is what they do. Now, I also have 4 little grandgirls, and I think about what my son and his wife have to pay for child care and what that means. Now, one of the things that Kamala Harris understands, that we need to look at the cost of child care and do something about it so people will have choices about working and having their children. Charlotte's one of the fastest growing cities in the country. And with her leadership, we'll be able to continue to look for good paying jobs that will with cutting edge industries where we can do things to make us more sustainable. But more importantly, that everyone has an opportunity to have a job, to do something that they can do and use to support their families, and to have just a piece of what America is. But now, we have to think about this. I want you to think about it because, you know, we can all talk and think about this at the same time. What do you think a second term of Donald Trump would be? Now, you know, I have to say, when I came out here and I was able to move around, thank God I didn't look like Elon Musk. You know, Trump brings out billionaires. We bring out the working people in this community. I'm no different than any one of you. And just think about it. Look at your neighbor. Think about it. We're all in the same place where we want to be our very best, and we can be our very best. But that means we have to support Kamala Harris and Governor Walz. Thank you. Because you think about what Donald Trump would do. He's talking about raising the cost for North Carolina families by $4,000 a year, by rearranging the federal government and giving people that have more power, and more power. No, they need to put that power in our pockets. That's where they need to go. And for women in this community, all across the community, we need to have the ability to understand that we have choices that we can make for our own bodies and our own health. what Donald Trump thinks is that he can take care of all us women because we just don't know what to do, how to make a decision. But let him know that banning abortions nationwide is the wrong way to go, and we will not stand for that. I know a lot of you are already standing up. I know a lot of you have already early voted. But this is the time that you have to find out whether or not your neighbor, your family, all of us have voted to be able to have and deliver what we need to do on election day. This is the vote for the future. Not just the people that are old like me, but the people like you that are out here that will have the opportunity to live through the next 4 years, and we should live with someone that we trust and someone that trusts us. So let's talk to our friends, our families, our neighbors, and make sure that each and every one of us has a plan to vote. If you have any questions, and this is an important thing now because, you know, at the end of this, people are probably going to have like, well, you know, I don't really believe in voting because it doesn't matter. But if you feel like that, you should go to iwillvote.com and make a plan to vote. And if you have any problems or questions about this, you should call 1-833-VOTE4-NC and get those questions answered. And if you feel like you need to do something with your neighbors or whatever, let's just get it done, because together we can seize this moment. And we can shape the future for North Carolina. We can reject the dangerous agenda once and for all and get a brighter future and turn that page for a brighter future. Vice President Harris and Governor Walz, to the White House, to the White House. Thank you all very much.
Please welcome United States Representative Alma Adams.
Wow. Hey, Charlotte. Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Are you fired up? Are you ready to go? Well, I've been fired up for weeks. I'm Congresswoman Alma Adams, your Congresswoman. I am so very proud to represent North Carolina's 12th Congressional District and Charlotte, North Carolina. 3 days. Hey, 3 days and counting, Charlotte, 72 hours. That's all we've got left. Charlotte, are you ready to elect Vice President Kamala Harris as the next president of the United States of America? Listen, I know you already know by now, but let me just tell you again. Our community, and our nation needs leaders like Vice President Kamala Harris. She's going to lift up the middle class. She's going to fight for reproductive freedom. She's going to protect our democracy. Donald Trump is simply unfit to be commander-in-chief. And so, listen, you don't have to take that from me. We've heard it from many of the people who served with him, very closely with him, in the White House. And they've issued a warning. And that warning is Trump is unstable and dangerous. But better yet, we don't even have to listen to those folks because he's shown us who he is. And Maya Angelou reminded us, when folk show you who they are, believe them. And I believe him. You know, at events like this, I often think about my late friend and colleague, the late John Lewis, you know, the good trouble man. He spoke so passionately and persuasively about voting. And he'd often tell us, the vote is the most powerful nonviolent tool that we have. And our vote, John said, is precious, almost sacred. So Charlotte, our vote is the embodiment of the American spirit. It's how we express ourselves in a democracy. It's how we show support for what matters to us and what matters to our communities. When you vote, you make the choice. But when you don't vote, somebody makes the choice for you. But when we vote, we win. When we vote, we win. Listen, for somebody like me, the vote is the best tool that I use, that I can say unequivocally that I matter. And because we all matter, we must dump that Trump. You know, because if you don't know Trump's extreme Project 2025 agenda, it shows me that he doesn't give a damn about us. We don't matter to him. It would raise costs for North Carolina's middle-class families. It would drive jobs overseas. And according to leading economists across the aisle, it would trigger a recession in the next 2 years. And listen, if that guy is commander-in-chief, he would ban abortion nationwide. He would threaten access to reproductive health care, including birth control and IVF. And as the co-chair of the Black Maternal Health Caucus in Congress, I can tell you that the science says that states with abortion bans have worse maternal health outcomes than other states. Already, black mamas in America are 3 times more likely to die in childbirth than white women. Imagine making that worse. And like I said, it's a life and death election. Our lives are on this ballot. And this is going to exacerbate the existing health inequities that black mothers face, and it will make the delivery room even more dangerous than it is right now. It will take steps to criminalize patients and providers, as Trump and his allies want to do, and it will only exacerbate these already negative outcomes. And so, Charlotte, the choice is obvious. Vice President Harris is going to be a leader for all Americans. And for all Americans, listen, unlike Trump, he's got a hit list. Kamala has a to-do list of priorities to actually help the American people. And her agenda will build millions of new homes and help spur the creation of small businesses. Her agenda will invest in the middle class and protect our fundamental freedoms. Charlotte, 3 days. North Carolina, 3 days. Time is winding up. Early vote ended about an hour ago. But you know, there's still work to do. Our work doesn't stop here because we've got 3 more days. We have a few more days to talk to our friends and our neighbors and to knock on doors and to make phone calls to get people to show up on Tuesday. Tuesday is election day. And folks, get your family out. Get your friends out. Get folk out that you don't like. Get your neighbors out. Lottie-dottie, everybody, mom and them. Everybody must vote. Only 3 days to do this. Your voice is your power. And your power, it's your vote. And this election is all about freedom and all about power. And you know, power is what makes the difference in lives and communities. But the first thing you have to understand about power and how to get it, you don't ask somebody how to get it or where it is or can you have it. You take it. And once you've taken it, you use it. Charlotte, 3 days, we can protect our democracy. We can use our power, and together we can send Vice President Harris and Governor Walz to the White House. Because when we vote, so listen, let's go ahead and do this thing. Let's go ahead and do this thing. And let's get out here and turn this mother out.
Please welcome recording artist Khalid.
Send me your location, let's focus on communicating, 'cause I just need the time and place to come through. Send me your location, let's ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else. Sometimes I wonder why I fool with you, but this is new to me. This is new to you. Initially, I didn't wanna fall for you. Gathered my attention, it was all for you. So don't take advantage, don't leave my heart damaged. I understand that things go a little bit better when you plan it. Oh, so won't you send me your location? Let's focus on communicating, 'cause I just need the time and place to come through. I'll see you. Send me your location, let's ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else. I don't wanna fall in love off a subtweet, so let's get personal. I got a lot of cool spots that we can go. Tell me what's the move, and I'm only acting like this 'cause I like you. Just give me the vibe to slide in. Oh, I might make you mine. So send me your location, let's focus on communicating, 'cause I just need the time and place to come through. Hey! Send me your location, let's ride the vibrations. I don't need nothing else but you. Ride, 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 come and vibe with me tonight. I don't need but you. Hey, I see you. Ride, 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 come and vibe with me tonight. I don't need nothing else but you. Nothing else but you. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey! Don't. Don't, hey! Don't, yeah. Oh, I don't need nothing else but you. I want to thank Vice President Harris for bringing me out here. When we vote, we win, so let's get this win. Thought to see you shine in the night like the diamond you are. I'm good on the side, it's alright, just so me in the dark. No one's gotta know what we do. Hit me up when you're bored. Nah. I live down the street, so we meet when you need and it's yours. All I hear is nothing feels better than this. Nothing feels better. Nothing feels better. Nothing feels better. Hey! We got high. This is what you like, I'll admit. You say we're just friends, but I swear when nobody's a friend. You keep my hand around your neck, we connect. Are you feeling it now? 'Cause I got so high the other night, I swear to God, I felt my feelings. Ooh, yeah. back against the wall. This is all you've been talking about. Nothing feels better than this. Nothing feels better. Hey! Nothing feels better than this. Nothing feels better. We got high. This is what you like, I'll admit. Hey! Come on! Yeah, left, right. Take you back, bring you side to side, like. Yeah, left, right. Come on, North Carolina, what you said? What? Nothing feels better. Nothing feels better. Nothing feels better than this. Nothing feels better. Hey. We don't gotta hide. This is what you like. This is what you like. Hey. Nothing feels better. Nothing feels better than this historical moment right here with Vice President Harris, our soon-to-be president. Let's get this W. See you later.
Carolina. It is great to be with you. I am Josh Stein, your Attorney General and the Democratic nominee to be the next governor of North Carolina. I am thrilled to welcome back Vice President Kamala Harris. Are y'all excited to see her? Are you excited for a new generation of leadership? Another question. Who here, like me, loves North Carolina? North Carolina is home. Home to exceptional people. Folks who look out for each other in times of crises, who rebuild and renew, who believe in brighter days and a stronger North Carolina. I'm running for governor because I love our home state and I believe in the promise of North Carolina. That if you work hard, where you come from should never limit how far you can go. To deliver on that promise, we must invest in our people and their futures so that together we build a safer, stronger North Carolina where the economy continues to grow and works for everyone. Where our public schools are excellent and our teachers are well paid. Where our neighborhoods are safe and our personal freedoms are protected. And I want to underline one point. No mistaking. Perfect clarity. As your next governor, I will veto any further restrictions on women's reproductive freedoms. Governing is not that complicated. Put the people first and then fight for them. That's the job of the Attorney General. When Kamala Harris was the Attorney General of California, she prosecuted transnational criminal organizations keeping people safe, and she took on the big banks, delivering billions of dollars of relief to struggling homeowners. As your Attorney General, I have been fighting for the people of our state and delivering. Whether it's holding the big opioid drug companies accountable to the tune of $50 billion. Or it's eliminating what had been the largest backlog of untested rape kits in the nation. Or it's defending a woman's right to choose and everyone's right to vote. Friends, those freedoms and so much more are on the line this November. The stakes couldn't be higher and the choice could not be clearer. Two competing visions. Ours, Kamala Harris's vision, is optimistic, forward-looking, welcoming. It's about fighting for every person, creating opportunity for every person, and tapping the potential of every person so that together we build a better, brighter future for all of us. Donald Trump and Mark Robinson's vision is one of division, violence, and hate. Mark Robinson called public school teachers wicked, gay people filth, and more vile insults than that. He disrespects women saying that they only have abortions because they can't keep their skirts down. He says that women are not called to lead. Are there any women here who are called to lead? Is Vice President Harris called to lead? But it's not just what Robinson says, it's what he would do. Slash public school funding, eliminate early voting, and completely ban abortion in our state. He denies that Joe Biden won the 2020 election. He denies the climate crisis that has devastated Western North Carolina. He denies the Holocaust. Friends, we must deny him the governorship of North Carolina. Let's choose hope over hate, competence over chaos, decency over division. And we can, but y'all live here, you know this, elections in North Carolina are always close. But that means that we have power, the power to determine who wins and who loses. We've got 3 days left to knock on doors, to post on social media, to talk to friends, family, and neighbors. Victory is right in front of us. We just have to seize it. Do you want to win? Will you do the work? Because as the Vice President says, when we work, we win. When we work, we win. When we vote, we win. And when we win, we will break the supermajority in Raleigh. We will defeat Mark Robinson, and we will put Kamala Harris into the White House. Let's get to work. Let's vote, and let's win. Thank you. God bless you.
Please welcome Kerry Washington.
General, how we feeling, North Carolina? It is so wonderful to be here with you in this beautiful state on this gorgeous afternoon, and it is exciting to see so many of you. So, yes, give it up for yourselves. So, early this morning when I was headed this way, I was at the airport and I was coming to you, and this lovely woman said the thing that inevitably gets said whenever we are in a kind of heightened political moment, right? She pulled me aside and she said, "Olivia Pope, are you gonna fix this? Olivia Pope, are you going to save the day?" Listen, I am so lucky, so blessed to have had the opportunity to play one of the most iconic political characters ever written. But the reason I'm here, North Carolina, is that I'm here to remind you that the future of this country and the soul of this democracy is not in Olivia Pope's hands, it's in yours. Because here's the sad truth. Olivia Pope is not real. I'm sorry, it's true, she's not real. Olivia Pope can't vote, she can't volunteer, she can't call her friends and family members and remind them how important they are, urging them to vote. Olivia Pope, she can't phone bank, she can't text 5 friends. Olivia Pope can't knock on doors. She can't babysit her brother's kids while he goes out to vote. She can't give her neighbor who doesn't drive a ride to the polls. Olivia Pope can't go to iwillvote.com/NC and make a plan to vote. But you know who can? You all. Yes, you are the person who can say it's handled. That is you. A couple of years ago, I was heading out on a campaign trip, and my daughter, who was 8 at the time, had tears in her eyes, and she said, I was putting her down to bed, she said, "Mom, you're leaving again? Mom, do you love the voters more than you love me?" She's a little dramatic. I don't know where she gets that from. And I took a breath. I tried to wrangle with my mommy guilt the best I could, and then I told my daughter the truth. I left her on that day for the same reason that I got on a plane early this morning today. I am here with you in North Carolina today because I love her, because I love my kids. And I want my kids, and I want your kids to have a future that is filled with opportunity and freedom and safety and joy. I am here in North Carolina because I don't want my daughters growing up in a world with fewer rights than I had at their age. I am here with you today because I believe that voting is an act of love, and using your voting power on the issues that matter most to you, that is an absolute act of love. Your vote matters. Every vote matters. That's why you have to stay in line, North Carolina. That's why you have to show up on Election Day and stay in line. Now listen, there are thousands of you here right now. If each one of you here was to convince one person to show up and vote for Kamala Harris, that could be the difference in this race. So what I want you to do is I want you to talk to people. I want you to reach out to the folks that you love most. I want you to ask them what they're thinking about. What are they worried about? What's on their heart? Because whatever issue they care about, here's what I know. Kamala Harris has a better plan to improve your life and the lives of the people you love. Kamala Harris has real plans, not concepts of a plan. Kamala Harris is a leader who sees us, she understands us, and she will fight for us, the people. She will be a president who works for all Americans, not just the ones who vote for her. Now, I know that we are reaching the point of the campaign where it can get hard, right? If you are knocking on doors, I know your legs might be getting a little tired. If you are phone banking, maybe your voice is getting a little hoarse. If you're texting voters, maybe your thumbs are getting sore. Maybe your eyes are burning from all these campaign ads. But I have got good news for you, North Carolina. When we elect Kamala Harris as President of the United States, and Tim Walz as Vice President, and Josh Stein as Governor, all of your work would have been worth it. It will be worth it. When this is over, none of us wants to say we could have done more. We want to say that we stood up, that we showed up, that we showed out. Yes. So let's do this, North Carolina. Let's do it for our families. Let's do it for our futures. Let's do it for our democracy. Let's do this for love. Let's do it because we love our country and we love each other and we love ourselves enough to know that this is our moment. We matter. We are the people. Make sure it gets handled, North Carolina. I love you. Thank you so much.
Hello, Charlotte. It is so great to be with so many friends that I see today. I see a lot of people I know out there. Thank you for caring about the future of our state and our country, and for showing up to do the work to elect the next President of the United States, Kamala Harris. One thing, guys, that I want to mention, I know we are still holding Western North Carolina close to our hearts. Helene was the most devastating storm in our state's history, but our work on response and recovery continues every single day. And I know that all North Carolinians will be with our brothers and sisters out west for the long haul. Thank you for that. But even Mother Nature doesn't stop this election from moving onward. And out on the campaign trail, Vice President Harris is showing us every day how we can turn the page on Donald Trump and chart a new way forward. You know, I want an American president who wakes up every morning thinking about the American people. Not an American president who wakes up every morning thinking about himself. Donald Trump is too focused on his own power and grievances to care about your life, your cost of living, your family, your freedoms, your futures. Donald Trump has an enemies list. He would start day one using it to seek revenge. Kamala Harris has a to-do list. She'll start day one using it to help you, the American people. Now look, I've known Kamala personally for almost 15 years, back when we were state attorneys general together. And ever since I've known her, Kamala Harris has been fighting and winning for everyday people. When the big banks were ripping off homeowners, she took them on. When the drug cartels were poisoning our streets, she helped put them in jail. She gets the job done for people who need her. And that's good, because we have a lot of challenges over the next few years. But I know that we have one hell of a fighter ready to take them on. I know that because I know her. Now, there are some people out there who are still deciding who to vote for. People who love our country, respect our Constitution, just having problems thinking what to do.
I would ask you, and I would ask you to use this in your conversations, to listen to the ultra-conservative, well-respected leaders who work with Donald Trump, his chief of staff, his military generals, his attorney general, his vice president. He is a danger to our democracy and our Constitution, and he should never be president again. And I'll tell you this, even if you don't agree with her on everything, you can always count on Kamala Harris to fight for you to the very end. For families who need better health care and an affordable place to live, Kamala will fight for you. For parents who want better schools for their kids, for workers who are worried about a secure retirement, Kamala will fight for you. For any one of our allies anywhere in the world wondering if America still has your back, Kamala will fight for you. For people who believe that we must protect women's reproductive freedom, Kamala will fight for you. And when she fights, we win. Kamala's ready. The question is, are we? Are we going to stand up and fight for Kamala like she'll stand up and fight for us? Okay. We have only 3 days left. Are we knocking on doors? Are we making phone calls? Are we talking with our friends and neighbors? Are we going to make Kamala Harris the next president of the United States? You bet we are. Let's go get them. Let's go get them. Thank you very much.
Please welcome John Bon Jovi and the War and Treaty.
I had a dream last night, and in that dream I lost my sight. Life left me deaf, dumb, and blind. Woke up to realize we're still asleep with open eyes. Yeah. We are building this house of love. Building this house. Building this house. This is the people's house. Shining sea. Built these walls. City streets. Knock it down. Steal the key. This is the people's house. The house of you and me. Time for the turning of the page. It's time to say goodbye. The ways have changed. No crime to look out for each other. Mama, mother, sister, brother. Can't be fighting one another. North Carolina, hey, we are building this house of love. Building this house, building this house. This is the people's house. Shining sea. Built these walls. City street. Knock it down. Steal the keys. This is the people's house. The house of you and me. Building this house of love. Building this house. Building this house. This is the people's house. This is the people's house. Shining sea. Built these walls. City streets. Knock it down. Steal the keys. This is the people's house. The house of you and me. the people's house, and we won't turn around. Yeah. Oh, this is the people's house.
Thank you. I wrote that song shortly after the insurrection of January 6th. I did remember very, very well what happened that day, and I couldn't believe what my eyes were showing me. The people's house, the house of you and me, right?
You say we gotta hold on to what we got. Doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, that's a lot for love. We give it a shot and oh, everything. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear, yeah. Oh, living on a prayer. Tommy threw his 6-string harp. He's holding it in when he used to make it talk so much. He said we gotta hold on to what we got. Doesn't make a difference if we make it or not. We got each other, and that's a lot for love. We give it a shot. Oh, everything, yeah. Oh, living on a prayer. Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear. Oh, living on a prayer. We're living on a prayer. We gotta hold on, you ready or not. You live for the fight when it's all that you got. And I say, oh, we're halfway there, yeah. Oh, living on a prayer. Take
my hand, we'll make it, I swear.
Oh, living on a prayer.
Every
Oh, living on a prayer.
take my hand, we'll make it, I swear.
Oh, living on a prayer. Oh, living on a prayer.
Take my hand, we'll make it, I swear.
Oh, living on a prayer. Oh, living on a prayer for America. Living on a prayer.
Take my hand, little girl, we'll make it, I swear.
Oh, living on a prayer.
Thank you. Thank you very much. My name is John Bon Jovi, and I am very proud to be here today in support of Kamala Harris and Tim Walz to be the very next president and vice president of these United States of America. Today I have chosen not to talk about policy. And I have come here today not to sling any mud at anybody. I have one simple question for the people of North Carolina and America. Who can we rely on to unite us when we are at our most divided? This great nation adopted a motto in the year 1782, E pluribus unum, which in Latin translates out of many, one. Those words, they ring very true today. Now, we can move forward together, embracing what makes us different, which is actually what does make America great. And I believe with all of my heart in the next generation. We can move forward with this next generation, but we need them to understand that the American dream is very much alive and well. Because we, the people, hold the power to decide our future. And North Carolina may very well decide who wins this election. It's true. It's time that we march forward to the polls, North Carolina. Make your voices heard. Go vote Tuesday, November the 5th. Make sure that you bring a valid ID. And if you do not have an ID, you can sign up for an ID exemption for it and still vote. Because, ladies and gentlemen, it is no secret. This is the people's house, the house of you and of me. Let's get the job done. Thank you very much. Now, these wonderful, wonderful people here to my left and my right are Michael and Tanya Trotter. They have a band called the War and Treaty. They are my dear friends. Michael is a veteran of the Iraq War, and I very much would love if he could have a moment of your time to speak to you. Michael Trotter, my dear friend.
Thank you so much. How we doing out there, huh? I got a quick thing to say. Yes, I am a wounded warrior. I serve this country. I am a son of America. And let me tell you something. On day one in Iraq, I learned the sound of a bomb. Scariest noise I'd heard ever. And right after the noise comes the ringing. Now, I want to tell you something. We've been hearing a lot of noise, But on the day that our first female vice president ever decided to accept the nomination, we then heard the ringing of humanity, the ringing of democracy. It's time to answer that call. Go vote. Go vote. Answer the ringing. Forget the noise. It's louder than the noise. Go vote. See you later.
Please welcome Tyson Bates.
Hello, Charlotte. My name is Tyson Bates, and I'm a proud Charlotte native and student athlete at Johnson C. Smith University. And yesterday, I voted in my very first presidential election. For Vice President Harris and Governor Walz. I'm here today with a message for my fellow young voters. It's up to us to fight for the future we deserve. It's up to us to vote for the future we deserve. I'm supporting Vice President Harris, and here's why. She has a vision for a new way forward that will protect our fundamental freedoms, lower our costs, and preserve our democracy. As president, young voters can trust her to fight for us. I want to buy a home one day, and she's going to make it more affordable. I want to stay on my parents' health care until I'm 26. And she's going to protect the Affordable Care Act. I want the women in my life to make decisions for their own bodies. And she's going to protect their fundamental freedoms. I want to live in a place that is safe from gun violence, including in Black and brown communities. That are disproportionately impacted by gun violence, and she's fighting to make our communities safer. For all these reasons and more, I'm proud to support Vice President Harris, and I'm calling on every young voter to do the same. It's up to us. If you haven't voted yet, you need to go to iwillvote.com tonight and make a plan to vote on Tuesday. And if you have voted, you need to get your friends, your family, and make a plan to vote, or join the campaign to volunteer and reach out to your communities. Because there's a clear choice in this election. Donald Trump and his dangerous Project 2025 agenda are wrong for North Carolina. And we can reject his extremism at the ballot box once and for all. This is a close race, but I know we're up to the challenge. Together, we're going to elect my fellow HBCU alum, our next president, Vice President Kamala Harris.
Charlotte, are we ready to do this? Are we ready to vote? Are we ready to win?
Oh, it's good to be back. It is good to be back. And it is good to be back with so many friends and so many leaders. And I want to thank everyone for taking the time out of your busy lives to be here. We do. And we are here together. And I thank you all so very much. Governor Cooper, you are a dear friend. You are an incredible leader. I thank you. Your next governor, Josh Stein. Your next Attorney General, Jeff Jackson. Congresswoman Adams, Mayor Lyles, DNC Chair Harrison, Kerry Washington. Let's give it up for all of them. And for Brittany Spencer and Khalid, the War and Treaty, and John Bon Jovi. All right, North Carolina. So we have 3 days left in one of the most consequential elections of our lifetime, and we still have work to do. We still have work to do. But here's the thing I know about everybody here. We like hard work. Hard work is good work. Hard work is joyful work. And make no mistake, we will win. We will win. We will win. And here's part of the deal on that. We will win because when you know what you stand for, you know what to fight for. And we have an opportunity in this election to turn the page on a decade of Donald Trump trying to keep us divided and afraid of each other. We're done with that. We're done. We're exhausted with it. We're done. And we know who he is. We know who he is. He tells us every day. But Charlotte, that's not who we are. That's not who we are. And we know it is time for a new generation of leadership in America. And I am ready to offer that leadership as the next President of the United States of America. And North Carolina, here's the thing, you know me, I'm not afraid of tough fights. For decades as a prosecutor and a top law enforcement officer of the biggest state in our country, I won fights against the big banks that ripped off homeowners. I won fights against for-profit colleges that scammed veterans and students. Against predators who abused women and children. I won fights against the cartels that traffic in guns and drugs and human beings. And I pledge to you that if you give me the chance to fight on your behalf as president, there is nothing in the world that will stand in my way. And look, we know who Donald Trump is. This is so, right, we do, don't we? And here's one of the things we know about him. This is not someone who is thinking about how to make your life better. And this is someone who is increasingly unstable, obsessed with revenge, consumed with grievance, and the man is out for unchecked power. So look, in less than 90 days, it's either going to be him or me sitting in the Oval Office. We're going to do this. Okay. Thank you. but so how about sharing with your friends, right? So this is the thing that we want to share with folks, just to imagine, right, what this means and the choice that is in front of us. Imagine, and let's ask the friends who are not here to imagine the Oval Office. You've seen it on TV, right? Imagine the Oval Office, and if he is elected, Donald Trump on day one would be sitting in that office stewing over his enemies list. But when I am elected, I will walk in on your behalf working on my to-do list. And at the top of my list is bringing down the cost of living for you. That will be my focus every single day as president. I will give a middle-class tax cut to over 100 million Americans. I will enact the first ever federal ban on corporate price gouging on groceries. Fight to make sure that hardworking Americans can actually afford a place to live. And if you are caring for an elderly parent, my plan will cover the cost of home care under Medicare. One of the reasons we are here is because we are fighting for a democracy and the right of people to speak their mind, but right now I am speaking. So bringing down the cost of living for you includes making sure that we are caring for those who are caring for others. It's okay, y'all. Democracy can be complicated. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. This is what democracy looks like. Included in the work we will do is ensuring that Medicare covers the cost of home health care for seniors. And I'll tell you, a lot of how I think about these policies is based on my own experiences. When my mother was sick, I took care of her. That's all right. It's all good. Hey, listen, it's all good. And look, we all want that war in the Middle East to end. We want the hostages home. And when I am president, I will do everything in my power to make it so. So much about what I care about on your behalf is truly about dignity. It is about dignity. It is about the importance of lifting people up and not trying to tear them down. Which is why my plan will lower the cost of child care, cut taxes for small businesses. Do we have small business owners in the room? Here we do. I love our small businesses. You all are part of the big backbone of America's economy. Keep doing what you do. I love our small businesses. You are. And our work will include lowering health care costs, because where I come from in terms of how I think about this, access to health care should be a right and not just a privilege of those who can afford it. On the other hand, Donald Trump's answer to the financial pressures you face, same as it was last time. Another $1 trillion in tax cuts for billionaires and big corporations. And this time he will pay for it with a 20% national sales tax on everything you buy that is imported: clothes, food, toys, cell phones. A Trump sales tax that economists have estimated will cost you an additional $4,000 a year. And on top of that, Donald Trump still wants to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, which would throw millions of Americans off their health insurance and take us back to the time when insurance companies could deny people with pre-existing conditions. You remember what that was? Well, we are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back. We're not going back. We're not going back. And we are not going back because ours is a fight for the future. And it is a fight for freedom. Like the fundamental freedom of a woman to make decisions about her own body and not have her government tell her what to do. And we all remember how we got here. Donald Trump hand-selected 3 members of the United States Supreme Court. And with the intention that they would undo the protections of Roe v. Wade, they did as he intended. And now in America, 1 in 3 women lives in a state with a Trump abortion ban, including North Carolina and every state in the South except Virginia. Many with no exceptions, even for rape and incest, which is immoral. And understand, Donald Trump is not done. He would ban abortion nationwide. He would restrict access to birth control. He would put IVF treatments at risk. And get this, force states to monitor women's pregnancies. Just Google Project 2025. Which still I can't believe they put in writing. And I think everyone here knows, one does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree. The government shouldn't be telling her what to do. Not the government, and not Donald Trump. And when Congress passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom nationwide, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. Proudly. Proudly. So, North Carolina, I'm here to ask for your vote. I'm here to ask for your vote. And here is my pledge to you. As president, I pledge to seek common ground and common sense solutions to the challenges you face. I am not looking to score political points. I am looking to make progress. And I pledge to you to listen to those who will be impacted by the decisions I make. I pledge to you to listen to experts, to listen to people who disagree with me. Because you see, unlike Donald Trump, I don't believe that people who disagree with me are the enemy. He wants to put them in jail. I will give them a seat at the table. That's what real leadership looks like. That's what strong leadership looks like. And I pledge to always put country above party and self, and to be a president for all Americans. So that is my pledge to you, Charlotte. And let me then ask, who here has already voted? So now I'm going to ask you, just please talk to your friends and your family and your neighbors. And seriously, please share with them. You've taken such time out of all the other obligations you have. You've taken such time to be here. So please do share with them why you have taken this time and what your perspective is on this election. It's so important. And please encourage people. I love you back. And let's encourage everyone to know the strength of their voice. And for anyone who hasn't voted yet, look, first of all, no judgment, but please do get to it. And please take a moment to think about your plan for voting, about when and where you will vote. Election day is Tuesday, November 5th. Polls are open here in North Carolina from 6:30 a.m. to 7:30 p.m. Go to iwillvote.com for any information you need about when and where to vote, because listen, we need everyone to vote, North Carolina. You all will make the difference in this election. You will make the difference. So look, it all comes down to this. We are all here together because we love our country. We love our country. Yes. USA! 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 We love our country. USA! And here's what we know. Here's what we all know. When you love something, you fight for it. You fight for it. And I do believe it is one of the highest forms of patriotism, of our love, the expression of our love for our country, to fight for its ideals and to fight to realize the promise of America. The promise of America. And look, I have always believed in our nation's promise because I have lived it. I grew up as a child of the civil rights movement. My parents would take me to the marches when I was in a stroller. And what we all know about that time is there were folks from every background, every walk of life, coming together to fight for freedom and for opportunity. Right? And growing up, I saw how hard my mother worked to give her daughters the same chances our country gave her. And I was blessed to have family by blood and family by love who instilled in me the values of community and compassion and faith. And I have spent my life fighting for people who have been hurt and counted out, but who never stop believing that in our country, anything is possible. I have lived the promise of America. And today I see the promise of America in everybody who is here, in all of you, in all of us. We are the promise of America. We are the promise of America. In the fathers and the mothers and the grandparents who work every day for our children's future. In the women who refuse to accept a future without reproductive freedom. And the men who support them. I see it in Republicans who have never voted for a Democrat before, but who are putting Constitution of the United States over party. I see the promise of America every day in the young leaders who are voting for the first time. Where are you? Where are you? Let me see you. Right? I love you guys. I love Gen Z. I love Gen Z. I love this generation. And because, you know, here's the thing. You all are rightly impatient for change. They are impatient for change. You are determined to live free from gun violence, to take on the climate crisis, and to shape the world you will inherit. I know that. And for this generation, none of these issues is theoretical. These issues are not political. This is a lived experience for you all. And I see you, and I see your power, and I see your purpose, and I am so proud of you. Can we hear it for the first-time voters? The future of our nation is bright. It is bright. We have so much to be optimistic about. So, we got 3 days to get this done. And no one can sit on the sidelines. Let's spend the next 3 days so when we look back 3 days from now, we will have no regrets about what we could have done. Let's knock on doors, let's text, let's call, reach out to your family, your friends, your classmates, your neighbors, your coworkers, your play cousins. You know what I'm saying. And please, during the course of these next 3 days, I ask, let us please be intentional about building community. Let us be intentional about building community. You know, there's something about this whole Trump era that really was to try and suggest that the strength of a leader is based on who you beat down, instead of what we know, the real strength of a leader is based on who you lift up. Let's be intentional about building community, and let's be intentional about building coalitions, remembering that the vast majority of us have so much more in common than what separates us. And there is power in that. There is power in that approach, and it will strengthen our country. And so I'll leave you with this. Let's remember, and please remind everyone, your vote is your voice, and your voice is your power. And don't let anyone ever take your power from you. Right? So, North Carolina, today I ask you, are you ready to make your voices heard? believe in freedom? Do we believe in opportunity? Do we believe in the promise of America? And are we ready to fight for it? And when we fight, we win. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. God bless you.
I'ma keep on running 'cause the winner don't quit on themselves. I'ma wade through the waters till the tide don't move. I'ma ride through your borders. Call me bulletproof. Lord, forgive me, I've been running blind in truth. I'ma wade through your shallow love till the deep unknown. I'm telling these tears go and fall away, oh. May the last one burn into flames. Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose, yeah. Freedom, freedom, where are you? 'Cause I need freedom too. I break chains all by myself. Won't let my freedom rot in hell, hey. I'ma keep on running 'cause the winner don't quit on themselves.
Ten Hail Marys, I meditate for practice. Channel 9 News tell me I'm moving backwards. 8 blacks left, death is around the corner. 7 misleading statements about my persona. 6 headlights waving in my direction. Come on. 5-0 asking me what's in my possession. Yeah, I keep running, jumping the aqueducts, fire hydrants and hazardous smoke alarms on the back of us. But mama, don't cry for me, ride for me, try for me, live for me, breathe for me, sing for me. Honestly, guiding me, I can be more than I gotta be. Stole from me, lied to me, nation hypocrisy, code on me, driving me wicked. My spirit inspired me like yeah. Open correctional gates in high desert. Yeah. Open our mind as we cast away oppression. Open the streets and watch our beliefs. And when they carve my name inside the concrete, I pray it forever reads.
Freedom, freedom, I can't move. Freedom, cut me loose, yeah. Freedom, freedom, where are you? 'Cause I need freedom too. I break chains all by myself. Won't let my freedom rot in hell, hey. I'ma keep on running 'cause the winner don't quit on themselves.
What you want from me? Is it true? You see, Father, get in there. What you want from me? Is it true? You see, Father, get in there.